Aralin natin 'to 'no, impairment of loan. So, impairment. Nakita ko 'tong problem na 'to online. So, solve natin. So, Lambank loaned 9 million pesos to a borrower on January 1, 2023. The term of the loan were payment in full on December 31, 2027. So, seems like lump sum siya. So, plus annual interest payment at 12%. The interest payment was made as scheduled on December 31, 2023. However, due to financial difficulty, the borrower was unable to make the 2024 interest payment. The bank considered a loan impaired and projected the cash flows from the loan on December 31, 2024. The bank accrued the interest on December 31, 2024. The projected cash flows are as follows. So, meron tayong mga present values dito. So, we are being asked for the loan impairment loss and interest income for 25, carrying amount of the loan by December 25. So, again, it's lump sum, so interest payments lang siya. So, from January to December, no, dito may interest, that's December of 23. So, 1 year yan, that's interest payment. And another one for this is 24, December 24 interest. So, basically, dito pa lang nag-default na siya. So, sabi niya kasi dito, the interest payment was made as scheduled on December 31, 23. So, bayad to. Okay? Bayad, that's okay. However, dito, yung 24, etong span na to, hindi niya nabayaran. This is span. Okay? So, it's notable here also na nag-accrue yung bank. Nag-accrue ng interest. So, meaning na-record na nila to as interest income for December 31, 2024. So, paano yung atake natin dito? So, we're going to see or check the carrying amount of the loan muna by December 31, 2023 or basically January 1, 2024 na. January 1, 2024 na. So, we can start. So, by that time, ang loan is 9 million. Okay. Let's see. So 9 million, magkano ang interest niya dito? Kasi ito bayad naman na to eh. So okay na yan. So 9 million going to 2023, principal na lang yan titira by that time. Now, we're going to add the interest. So pwede natin to i-multiply by 1 point yung interest. That's 1.12. Okay. Wait lang. Or 112% lang. Again, that's like adding lang yung 12% into the principal, ano? So let's see. 9 million times 0.12. That's 1080. Yan yung no, actually yung interest pa lang yan. You know what? Let's see. Let's just put 12% in there. Sige. That's the interest. So i-plus lang natin yung para manood lang natin ito yung interest for 2024. Yan yung hindi nabayaran actually. Default na siya dyan eh. And then plus lang natin yung 9 million to get the carrying amount. Oops. Tama ba? And 9 million. There you go. Mukhang mahaba yung video natin. 9 million plus 9 million. So 10.08 million. Hang on. Tama ba yung principal interest natin? Sige. 10, 9, 10, 0.080. Yan, hirap pag maraming zero, no? So ito yung actual carrying amount niya. That's inclusive of the accrued interest plus accrued interest, no? Yan. Yan yung compare natin. Ko-compare natin dun sa ito yung mga cash flows na ito. However, uh, we are seeing present values here na kasi nga ito na projection naman ito eh. So it's as if compare natin what's the value of these amounts of money right now para ma-compare natin dun sa impairment, no? So again, we'll see. Okay, dito natin sa side na to. So i-present value lang natin 1.5. Actually diretso ka na, no? That's for sige, 1.5 million accrued or at present value, so I should say 0.89 for 1 year. Okay. All right. So that's 1335. 1335. All right. Yung isa naman 2 million times 0.8. That's 1.6. Tapos 2.5 times 0.71. 1775. 3 million times 0.64, that's 1920. So total natin to, no? Since again this will be lump sum, okay, so 1920 plus 1775 plus 6 plus 1335, 6630. So compare natin yung value ng pera ng mga ito. Okay, so that's 6630 minus pag nagko-compare ka ng impairment, you always make sure that yung fair value or whatever, fair value is as if ito yung fair value, di ba? So versus yung carrying amount, that's always what you do. So if you result into a negative, that's always an impairment, no? So ganyan. So 6630 minus 10080, that's 3450. So negative, this is your impairment, no? Impairment 424. Yan. So may sagot na tayo dito. Okay. Explain ko lang saglit, no? It's as if yung 3450 kasi is kung if we were able to collect the payment now, we're only gonna get 6630. Excluding all of those interest na kolekta natin since defaulted na. So technically magkakaroon dito ng allowance for impairment. Magre-recognize siya ng allowance for impairment. However, ang magiging loss niya technically dito is yung 1080 kasi in-accrue niya na, magiging loss na yan. Magiging loss niya na siya. So moving forward, parang ang i-allowance for impairment na lang natin is yung interest moving forward. Yun na lang yun. And then as time passes, as we collect 1.5 for example, we'll get to allocate it to the principal and to the interest recovered. Parang mare-recover natin yung interest na inilagay natin sa impairment. That will somehow close a portion of the impairment, and then an amount goes to reduce the principal of the loan. Ganon. So anyway, let's solve yung next one, no? So by December of 2024, 6630 is actually going to be the carrying amount na. This is the carrying amount na. So in 2024, yan. Okay. Kasi nga na-impair na eh. So, 6,630. Dagdag na naman tayo ng interest, no? So, para mapunta tayo sa, well, technically this is the CA in January of 2025 na. Kasi nga, mamumove na siya. So, now, going to December, magkakaroon tayo ng interest to December. Interest by December ng 2025. 25. So, 6,630 times ulit 0.12, no? 795,600. 795,600. Actually, yan yung tinatanong niya dito eh. Yung number 2. 795,600. That's the 8%, 12% na interest. So, if you're going to be asked for the carrying amount by December 31 of 2025, actually i-add muna natin prior to the payment, no? So bale mag-630 muna tayo plus 6,630,000 plus 795,600, include muna natin yung interest, no? So that will be 7,425,600. 7,425,600. So, eto yung carrying amount prior to the receipt of the payment, no? To receipt of payment. Okay. And then, makaka-receive na tayo ng cash for 1,500. Ile-less natin para mabawasan. Okay, 7,425,600 minus 1.5. So, 5,925,600. 5,925,600. This is the carrying amount by December per end, December 2025, after the receipt of the payment. Okay? So, I hope nagigets mo yung timeline, ano? Kasi mag-accumulate ulit siya ng interest by December 2025. However, this can be simultaneously computed naman, di ba? So, pwede mo namang i-less yung 2025 and then i-add mo yung interest for that year. Parang ganon din lang naman yung mangyayari. So if you're going to be asked for the carrying amount by this will be your answer, 5,925,600. So sundan mo lang yung timeline. Okay. So ayun. Again, variation, if they did not accrue etong kung wala tong statement na to, or let's say sasabihin niya na hindi nag-accrue yung bank, then you don't have to add this. You don't have to add this. So mapupunta siya lahat sa allowance for impairment, no? Yan lang. So yan, sige, habulin na natin tong isang variation ng impairment pa rin siya, impairment pa rin. So I hope that's clear on that one. Ito ibang variation naman to. So let's read the problem. Ito kasi yung kasi kanina is lump sum, no. Ito kasi I think meron siyang payments of the principal per year. So sige, basahin natin. QT Bank loaned 5 million to Katiklan Company on January 1, 2023. No? The terms of the loan require principal payments of 1 million each year for 5 years plus interest. So, kung ano man yung matitira, let's say, bayad siya ng 1 million, that's inclusive of interest of the 5 million for that year. Okay. So, bayad siya ng 1 million, madededuct sa principal and whatever is matitira, yun na naman yung maiinterasan. Ganun yun. So, let's see. So, what's the timeline, no? The first principal and interest payment is due January 1, 2024. So, January 1, 2023, that's 2023, going to January, no? January January ulit. ng 2024 and then 2025 January ulit. Okay. So it's like saying na magbabayad siya dyan ng 1 million. No, sorry, my bad. This is 1 million. This is 1 million. Ganun, moving forward. Tapos, every time may interesan siya. May interesan siya. Each year for 5 years plus interest at 8%. Okay. So, however, during 2025, Beetroot Company began to experience financial difficulty, requiring Citibank to reassess the collectibility of the loan. All right. So, unang-una, check natin yung carrying amount of the loan. So, it's like saying 5 million. 5, pangit ang sulat ko. 5 million. Tapos may interest siya, no? 5 million times an interest nito, 0.08. So, that's like 400,000. So, magbabayad siya. Ito, mag-i-interest siya by December. So, dito natin lagay 400,000. Bayad siya ng 1 million. So, na-less na yan, 5 million, nagiging 4 million na lang to. Ito, mababayaran niya naman eh. Tingnan natin dito. The first principal and interest payment is due on January 1, 2024. So, by 2024, bayad niya to. Actually, yung 1 million binayaran niya rin yung 400,000. So, wala tayong problema doon. The carrying amount is 4 million. Tingnan natin kung makakabayad pa siya ulit. Beetroot Company made the required payment during 24 and 25. So, ibig sabihin, etong 4 million na to, meron na naman yung interest. 4 million times 0.08. Eh di 320 na naman yan. Less na naman tayo ng another 1 million kasi magbabayad na naman siya ng principal eh. That's 3 million. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, bayad yan. That's January 2024. Tapos ito January 2025. Sabi niya dito, bayad daw eh. Okay? So, wala tayong problema dyan. Ang carrying amount niya is 3 million by January 2. Sabihin na lang natin, 2025. So, moving forward, however, during 2025, so 2025 onwards, hindi na siya nakabayad. So, ano bang interest nito? 3 million times 0.08, that's 240. Okay? Hindi niya to mababayaran. Ibig sabihin, etong tingnan muna natin pala, 320 principal and interest paid. Okay. Tingnan muna natin kung makakabayad siya. Kung i-accrue ng bank. Kasi napag-usapan natin kanina ito sa previous problem, kung hindi naman in-accrue, hindi na natin kailangang in-add, di ba? So, QT Bank has determined that the remaining principal payment will be collected, but the collection of the interest is unlikely. So QT Bank did not accrue the interest on December 31, 2025. So, eto supposedly interest by 2025. Pero hindi in-accrue. So, gaya ng napag-usapan natin kanina, hindi naman in-accrue, hindi ni-record. So, ibig sabihin, eto magiging part ng allowance for impairment. So, ang gagawin ngayon natin, we will just going to stick with this 3 million as your carrying amount to compare with your present value of the projected payments, no? So, anong gagawin natin? I-compute mo na, since nandiyan na yung carrying amount natin, kukunin na natin yung present value or the fair value of that money. Etong money na to, yung collectible natin as of the moment, as of the present time. So, sabi niya dito, yung 1 million, that's like saying 3 million pa, di ba? So, 1 million, 1 million, and then another 1 million. Ito yung ipa-present value natin. So at 8% for one period, actually yung 1,000,000 by December kasi supposedly ato 2020, wait lang ha, 2025 December, ang payments niya is January. So ibig sabihin, ito is mako-collect by January. Lagay ko lang dito. January 2026, okay? And then this one is January 2027. January 2028. Okay. Ayan, ganyan yung sort of collection kasi dito 24 ng January ng 2025. Nung January ng 2025, actually hindi siya nagbayad. Hindi siya nagbayad. Ano ba sabi niya dito? Bitrate began to experience financial difficulties. December 31, 2020, I determined that the remaining principal payment will be collected. Hindi, sabi niya, ng 2025, wait lang, nalilito na tuloy ako. Ng January 2025, ano? Nakabayad pa siya ng January 25. Tama. So, nakabayad pa siya ng January 2025. Anong sunod na bayad? January 2026. Okay? So, clear yun ha? Clear yun. So, 1, 2, tama naman yung timeline eh. Yung interest lang hindi niya kayang bayaran. So, what do we do now? Kung mapapansin mo, for one period is 0.93. Actually, ang mag-one period na lang dito is ito, 0.93. Kasi ito, isang araw na lang pagitan yan eh. Nag-reassess ka, di ba? Ito yung time of reassessment. This is by December of 25. Yan, December. Mali. Wag 25. December 2025. So mag-reassess ka siya, nag-reassess ka dyan. And then moving on, January 2026 na, that's just one day. So 1 na lang ito. 1 na lang ang gagawin mo. And then this one, 0.86. Sana nakuha yun ah. Ito papunta rito kasi, that's just one day. Ito yung time of reassessment. Sundan mo yung timeline. Sundan mo lang yung timeline. Okay? So ayan, that's 1 million. 22 minutes na. 1 million. 1 million times 0.93. Okay, that's 930. 1.86. 0.86 times 1 million. 860. Okay, sana tama yung pagkakakompute natin dito. Ano? 860 plus 930 plus 1,000. That's 2,790. 2,790. So, ito yung present value as like the fair value na lang din. So, this is PV of future collections. So, compare natin sa 3 million, no? 2,790 minus 3 million, that's 210 impairment. 210. Tinatanong tayo ng impairment, yes. All right, we have an answer here. All right, so this is negative impairment by 2025 kasi yun yung measurement date mo. Tama. So now, next natin, what amount should be reported as interest income in 2026? Alright? So by 2025 actually is 2,790 yung carrying amount yan. No? So going to 2026, so January, it's like saying 2,790 is the carrying amount by January 2026. It's like saying, yan, 2026. Pero magbabayad kasi siya eh. Magbabayad siya ng January 1, 2026 din eh. Simultaneously mangyayari. So, mababawasan din ng 1 million. Tama? Babayad din kasi siya. So, ibig sabihin, ito is reduction kasi payment to eh. Receipt of payment. Receipt of payment. Ayan. Sana naintindihan nyo pa rin yan. So, that's 1,790 moving forward, no? So, 1,790 going to, that's still January of 2026. So, I hope you understand the timeline, no? Now, moving forward, December, ang tanong dito is December of 2026 eh. So, December 2026, magkakaroon yan ng interest for sure. So, 1,790 times 0.08, right? That's 143,200. 143,200. Interest for 2026. So, if you understand, of course, i-add natin yan, di ba? Plus 1,790. Bago magbabayad ulit. January na ulit siya magbabayad. 1,933,200. Ganun lang yung timeline niya. Sundan mo lang yung timeline. So pag start ng January, of course, ito pa rin yung carrying amount, 1,933,200. And then deduct ka ulit ng 1 million kasi makakabayad na ulit siya ng January 1. Principal na lang daw yung nababayaran niya. Ayan. So, ganun lang. May sagot na tayo dito. That's 143,200. And that's 1... Wait lang. 143,200. 1,933,200. Okay. So, ayun lang. Ito, not presentation yung problem natin is basically how you attack the problem lang. So, for simplicity and para maalala mo parate. Yun lang. Exam techniques lang siya. Thank you.